This is me, a complete beginner at playing guitar. So can I go from to actually playing some music? Now, as lame as it may be, my genuine inspiration comes from a video game called The Last of Us. You're hearing the music in the background, and it's this particular tune that made me want to play guitar. The main character teaches the other main character how to play, and genuinely it resonates well with me. Till today, I try to put it where I can, like my Steam Deck opening. It just has a special place in my heart. But before I can even get there, since I'm someone who's never even strummed a string before, I need to actually purchase a guitar. So with a little bit of oversight, I ordered the cheapest one I could find from Amazon that had some good reviews, and I should have paid a little bit more attention. I thought it was gonna be easy peasy, and I was excited when it came, but let me just show you delivery day.
It has come. You wanna open it for me, or you're just gonna sit there being useless?
Popping open the box, I realized immediately it didn't fill the whole box, and then when I took it out, it was it's it's very small. I ordered a half-sized guitar, and the thing is, someone never played guitar, I didn't really know what that meant, and it's kind of obvious it's half the size. Less than ideal, but I'm not gonna let that stop me for now. Let's take what I have and try to work with it. First thing I had to learn is tune, so you twist the peg up and twist the peg down until it is in tune. I also had to learn the E, A, D, G, B, E, which is each string, also known as Eddie 8 Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie. Okay, but more importantly, it's time to tune the guitar. Alright, pretty easy. I know what string is what letter. I made sure they're in tune, so what I have to learn next is how to actually make proper noises with them. Great, we're making noises and they're the correct noises. Now I just need some guidance. What type of noises to make at what moment? Musical notes are an entire different language. I don't feel like learning an entire different language, so instead I picked up guitar tabs. I watched a very simple video and they're not overly complicated. Bada beep, bada boop, and I learned how to read tabs. It wasn't overly complicated. I'm not the best at explaining, but each line represents a string and the number represents the fret it will be played on. So if a 1 is at the top string, we'll be playing the first string, the E high, on the first fret. But let's play some music. Okay, calling it music is a little bit too ambitious. The high squeaky noise is coming because I'm sliding my finger across the guitar instead of lifting it off the string. Another crucial thing is playing The Last of Us as my very first song was a little bit too ambitious for someone who has zero experience. And at the time I didn't notice, but it does cause me to spin my wheels a bit. I started to realize by day 3 that maybe this wasn't the best first song since I already wanted to break my guitar and I just started, which is not a healthy relationship. Some weeks I play like 5 times a week and some weeks I play like twice, just depending on how quick I was improving. So the logical answer is to just give up and start playing something a lot easier, at least just to start. I didn't. I am so stubborn. And at the same time, I also wasn't learning guitar here. I was just trying to play tabs and learning as I went. No videos, I didn't learn chords, I didn't learn music theory, I didn't learn nothing. It also went beyond squeaking. I was hitting some notes a lot harder, I would miss-hit notes. Hard to tell if I'm trying to play music or damage everyone's ears. At the time, I didn't really know what I was doing, but it's called fingerstyle picking. All the songs I wanted to play are in this style. None of them actually use a pick. And to be honest, I probably would highly advise people to learn properly, but there was one main thing. I wanted to be having fun, because if I was having fun, I'd be able to stick to it. About a month in, I decided to put The Last of Us down just to start and played a lot simpler stuff. I was reading tabs and fingerstyle picking, but I was having a ton of fun. Every time there was a slight improvement, there was enough of a dopamine hit to really want to pick that guitar back up and keep going. For 47 days, from October to November, I used the little guitar, but I had to bite the bullet. In December, it was time for a little bit of an upgrade. It had great reviews outside of Amazon, and the main reason I had to pull the trigger is because it actually hurt to hold the small one. It was just too small for me. also sounded significantly better. There's a lot about this video that's going to trigger people. For one, I'm using a carbon fiber guitar. Some will only swear by wood. 2, I squished my poor dog. 3, I'm obviously not learning properly, but again, I am having fun, and now with this new guitar, it was also a lot more comfortable to play, so I decided to continue my fun little journey and play the first tabs, The Last of Us. 2 to 3 months in, obviously the music still doesn't sound great, and it's partially my fault because of my stubbornness on trying to stick to one thing. However, things start to change from here on out. I think the best way to describe my journey up to this point, or else you'd have endless amounts of footage, is if we went from bad to less bad in month 1 to month 6, there was an immediate spike because I literally didn't know how to hold a guitar to at least understanding the basics. Then there was a small gradual rise. There's a little bit of a pause in month 2 and 3 as that put me through the holidays, and then a very substantial spike around 4 months in. From there, some on and off had me gradually slide up, but nothing super impressive. However, between months 3, meaning starting around the holidays, and months 4, I spent basically the entire month learning an entire new song. No, I didn't go back to the drawing board and learn music theory like a lot of you would have wanted me to. Maybe I will in the future. But I hit my head against a new set of tabs. And this one genuinely changed things. Actually, you guys are listening to it in the background. Huge shout out to this channel because he's probably the reason I'm playing today. It's weird to call a single set of tabs the catalyst, but it's not an understatement either. Around month 3, I started playing, and this is basically all I played. It's what I learned, what I know today. And it just came from doing one thing. Just picking up the guitar and playing. I did a ton in the middle of the night when I was in like pajamas. I didn't pick up the camera or set it up. I would keep it accessible on the stand next to my bed. I would just take it, sit down, play. Take it, sit down, play. And again, stubbornness, so I only focused on this one song. To me, it sounded really nice. It resonated in a similar way as the first song did, The Last of Us. It just had this nice tune to it that, I don't know, it's hard to explain sometimes. It just felt so fun and enjoyable to play, and it was a lot easier to pick up than The Last of Us, so it was the catalyst I needed to improve rapidly. With the song being over 3 minutes long and never overly complicated, it served as a fantastic training tool. But a deep part of me always wanted to play The Last of Us. But this, for now, would serve as good training wheels. Okay, but what comes next? I was able to get the clearest version by sitting down and recording on my mic, and hopefully you guys can hear my improvement. However, it's not how this video started. This video started because I want to play The Last of Us, and a lot of what you guys actually heard up until this point is me trying to learn The Last of Us. Sure, it was unsuccessful, and sure, the Totoro tabs for 2 months straight really drew a lot of the improvement I have today. But with this newfound skill, could I go back to the beginning? If I spent the next 1 to 2 months trying to play what I really wanted to play at the start, would it be possible? So I circled back to where this entire video started.